We just got back from thrifting in New Orleans. We found some things to bring us some profits, which I'm going to share with you. And we found some things that will get you banned, so stay tuned. Hey there, my name is Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. Juan and I are full-time resellers. We go to thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, and we flip things to make a profit on eBay. We sell locally, so if you're interested in learning all the things we do to make money, then definitely this is the right place for you. So hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified when we put out new videos or when we go live. We did just spend almost a week in New Orleans, and we definitely made time to hit some thrift stores while we were there. There were some busts, but we definitely found some good stuff as well. So I want to thank my friends on my social medias, on my Facebooks and Instagrams that threw out some ideas for thrifting in New Orleans and the places to go, places to avoid. But we did find some good stuff, and we found some things, like I said, a couple items that could get you banned if you're trying to sell them on eBay or other platforms. So this is a Goodwill that we hit up. It was really kind of hit or miss because we didn't know. I mean, this is kind of true anywhere you go. If you're traveling and trying to thrift, you don't know the areas, you don't know the best thrift stores and what to avoid or the lay of the land, so have you. So we just went day by day, and we asked, the people at the hotel that worked there, or we'd ask waiters. Definitely asked friends on social media, hey, let me know where to go. So if you're traveling, that's a good tip, throw it out there in some of the thrifting groups. Where should I go? Where's the best thrift stores? I'm looking for this or that, depending on because if you're looking for clothes, then, we found that out. One of the ladies at the at the hotel, she told us the best thrift store, and then we got there, it was like, whoa, this is a lot of clothes, which we don't sell a lot of, but we were not specific in what we asked her. So it was partially our fault. Well, all our fault. No fault. It's nobody's fault, really. We're thrifting. All right, first thing that catches my eye here. Whoa, $14.99. I really liked this iridescent, foil picture of these tigers. And they can sell, depending on the subject matter. This type of art can sell. This is one of butterflies that sold for $47. There were a few others that I saw. This one was a little bit bigger. It sold for $33. A lot of the ones I saw are from the UK, which is interesting because I do remember my granny having one in her spare room. It was a waterfall, and I was always intrigued by it. So yeah, I can see why I see a lot of them are coming from the UK. Maybe it's a thing. I don't know. So, but there are some that just weren't selling for as much. This one with the sailboat sold, well, best offer accepted for $16.99. And there were a few others that, again, just did not bring in that much money. So I would have thought that the Disney, Donald Duck one might have brought in more, but it just really didn't. They had a few other ones while we were there as well. Again, I thought the owl would have been one that would have sold for more, but you just never know. You just got to look things up sometimes. So I was a bit bummed about the tiger, this being the year of the tiger. I am a year of the tiger if you follow your Chinese zodiac, but yeah, that one was definitely not going to be one coming home with me. But then I found these really cool ones that had looks like the Swiss Alps or something, or the French Alps, and they were pretty cool. And they, I think, wanted $3.99 or $4.99 on those, so I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab those because they're fun. They make me think of my granny with these iridescent designs and that foil. And those ones look a little bit older, and the frames were kind of cool, so I went ahead and picked up those to bring home. And I believe they were either $3.99 or $4.99. So I went over here to take a peek at the mugs. You guys know, if you followed me for a while, I love that mug life. I love selling mugs. However, I've been a lot more choosy about what mugs I pick up. And after our move to Austin, I just have been really more careful about mugs. And I've also noticed a huge spike in the price at thrift stores and stuff. You used to be able to get them for pretty cheap. And if you find the right thrift stores, you definitely still can. But I've done a number of videos on mugs and what to look for. But it's always wise, even if you watch these videos, mine or anybody's, because things change over time. You might have watched a video from somebody that it was talking about what mugs to buy, and it's 3 years ago, and trends change. It's just the nature of the beast when you're a reseller. So I did see some Harry Potter mugs, but I didn't get them because they wanted so much for them. Usually, unless I know it's a big winner, I won't spend usually $2 on a mug unless I know for a fact it's going to be one that's going to bring in $30 or more. And yes, there are some out there that will bring in $30+, but you just have to do a little digging, a little research, and look around for what you've got. But a lot of times I'll find them at garage sales for way cheaper because they're still, people are just wanting to get rid of their mug hoard. I was checking to see if either of these were spode. I can't read that now. I think I couldn't read it then. Y'all, I'm not ashamed to say it. I need to get some cheaters. Maybe it may be time. Because even in person, I was like, I can't read this. I'm getting older, I think. So the next thing I spy is this beautiful Japanese painted dish, like it's a triple, you see those little handles on it, the little triple handle dish, looks Japanese, it's definitely a Noritake, and I wanted to look it up because Noritake is a brand that it can sell really well, or it can sell for not so much. So here I found a couple that had the handles on them, and there's a name for it, and I can't think of what it is right now. But as you can see, $20, $25. I couldn't find one that had the little 3 handles on it, so if there's a separate name for that, y'all let me know. Leave me a comment down below. But when you're looking at stuff like Noritake, there's so much of it that, like on here on eBay, there's 140,000 results for Noritake. And then 14,000 solds if you look up Noritake. So as you can see, this is some of the higher end stuff. $360 for this chocolate pot, creamer and sugar, which is gorgeous. I mean, $360. Then you're looking at these little footed vases for $550. Now, where there's some that sell for a huge amount of money, there is also Noritake that doesn't sell for a huge amount. We're looking at $6, $14.99. It all depends on the pattern. It all depends on the quality. So it's worth looking up if you find Noritake, because here's one that's $145 that sold recently. It's worth checking it out. Now, I didn't find mine. It was $2.99, so I had to bring it home. Going into the cart, of course. It was beautiful. I love that plate. And I have learned over the years that even if something looks unassuming like this pattern over here, it's always worthwhile to flip it over and look it up and check it out, because you just never know. I mean, unless you're an expert in plates and porcelain and dishes and things like that, unless you're an expert at it or you know what to look for, it doesn't hurt just to flip it over and look it up. I mean, you've got your phone there. Might as well just plug it into eBay and see what you've got in front of you. If it's got a mark, why not? So I turn around and I spy a big old platter. It's a big turkey platter with all this stuff piled on top, and I think, okay, there's some money right there. But as I uncover this giant turkey platter, it's got a huge crack in it. And they also still want, what is it, like $25 for it? They're $23.99. They still want $23.99 for it, and it has a huge, ginormous crack in it. I don't know if they based that price off of the fact that it had a $50 price tag on it from whoever had it before, but they didn't take into account maybe the giant crack. And if that was something I should have picked up, y'all let me know, because I did not. I was thinking, no, I don't think so. That's a big old crack and a big old platter. I like this little dish. However, they wanted $5 for it. It might have been an okay pickup. Let me know what you think. I ended up not getting it. So then I see another nice porcelain dish, and this one, I can't see the price now. I think it was like $7 or $8.99 on that. But it was one of those that was just marked Japan. My grandmother did porcelain arts, and so she had a lot of stuff like that. She painted that kind of stuff. They traded. She and her friends traded. So it's just one that I ended up leaving behind. I was checking that to see silver or silver plate. And then behind this little squirrel dish, which is adorable, I see this kind of atomic, mid-century modern ceramic lidded container, which I think is just fantastic. So that one definitely came home with me as well. Next up is the red, white, and blue thrift, which I gotta say thank you so much for pointing that one out to me, you guys, because this one was the one. There were two. There's this one and another one in New Orleans, and we hit both of them and definitely found a lot of good stuff there. So, I mean, the first one we went to was really, 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 really crowded, and we didn't realize that it was cash only, so we had to hit the ATM that they had there, which was handy, I suppose. The other was that you could use cash or card. She was like, I see you filming. She don't care. She was laughing about it. Anyway, so I'm looking at the shoes here, and they had really good deals. They had red was like 50% off, and anything with a blue or green tag was 75% off. So you're really able to find some good deals here. I looked those shoes up, but they really weren't worth a lot. But here's one pair of something that will get you banned. This is a pair of fake Gucci shoes, which I was like, man, those don't even look. I mean, they're appealing and everything, but talk about getting banned. If you want to sell, I know you're not supposed to say fake, replica Gucci, then yeah, you're looking at getting your account suspended, banned. I mean, it's no joke. They'll come after you with a vengeance, and they will take your account down, and then you will not be able to sell, and that's super sad. So don't do it. It's not worth it. I mean, I found like sunglasses. I had a pair of Gucci sunglasses and a pair of Versace sunglasses I ended up giving to the kids because I just couldn't authenticate them. I knew the Versace ones weren't real. The Gucci ones I wasn't 100% sure about, but one of my kids was really, really just wanting them. I was like, you know what? I'm not chancing it. I don't want to sell them or pay to get them authenticated. I mean, I know I could have gone to the trouble. I did that with another pair of glasses that I had that I did go dive deep and find out if they were real. And they turned out to not be real. So there was that. So yeah, I just decided, you know what? It's not worth it. I got these at a garage sale for like 50 cents. My kid wants Gucci sunglasses, so everybody's happy. I love this Art Deco looking vase. It was a made in China deal. It probably still could have sold. $3.99 I think is what they had on that. But I decided not to get it. I liked it personally. But no, left that behind. Let me know, you guys. There was so much stuff here. If you see something I missed, I always like to hear what y'all tell me I missed. And then watching back, a lot of times I see stuff that, oh my gosh. And I've said this so many times, like, go try, like right there, I think there's a mug right there that I'm going to actually be talking about that brand. No, it's not a mug. It's like a pitcher or something, or a watering can. Yeah, go record yourself and see. Like, it's easy when you're watching somebody else. You're like, oh my gosh, you missed so much. When you're in it, man, I see a little glass dish I probably should have looked at. So this is just like a metal art piece. It does wind, it winds to move the little record around, but it doesn't actually play anything. So I was on the fence about getting it. I ended up not bringing it home, but I really liked it. So it was worth me, taking a look at. Another little music box. This one was chipped, and I think it was oversprung, so it wasn't playing the music, which was unfortunate because it was really cute. What else do we see over here? Yeah, that watering can, I'm like, darn it, I think I know what that was, and I didn't even look at it. And that back there looks like a Hummel, but the thing with Hummel too is there's a lot of the little boy and girl back there. You can kind of see it on the back of the shelf. There's a lot of replica Hummel stuff as well. So that gargoyle I did not end up getting either. I just got kind of excited about some of this stuff and then put things back. But I always feel like you can put things in your cart and then look them up later. But if you don't put it in your cart and you keep thinking about it and you go back for it, and it's gone, then you're just so sad. So as you can see, the shelves were stacked here. I didn't even go through clothes or anything like that. That was broken. So I do like selling jewelry boxes a lot, but not, that one's broken. Yeah, I mean, there was just so much stuff, and the prices overall were pretty reasonable. I think that might have been a Flow Blue little box that I missed. I didn't even pick it up to check to see if it was real Flow or if it was fake Flow. Darn it. All right, here's a cow from a nativity set, it looks like. All right, so this little box catches my eye, and the reason is that it looks like a Mackenzie child. It's got that black and white border. She does like a checkerboard border on some of her stuff, but then again, so does Mary Englebright. So it's always worth taking a peek at that because there's a huge difference. There's some Mary Englebright that can sell, but here you can see Mackenzie Childs. Some of those prices are ridiculous how much things go for. This is a finial that sold for $129. I'm going to show you some of the marks to look for as well, because sometimes it doesn't just flat out say Mackenzie Childs on the bottom, especially if you're finding one that's a little bit older. Look at this one sold for $125. And if I hadn't learned what the mark was, if you find some of these pieces and you don't know that that's what it is, then you could leave some serious money back on the shelf. So here's a few that sold for $60, $150, some really, really, really high prices on some of this stuff. Now there is enamelware, and then there's some that's like a ceramic when you flip it over, it's got this like terracotta look at on the bottom. So here's one that's a newer style that says Mackenzie Childs on it. And then here's the bottom that's got this terracotta, and then it's got the stamp. So sometimes, like you can see, it doesn't just flat out say Mackenzie Childs on the bottom. Sometimes it will. And sometimes you'll just see a mark that looks like this, like a square, and then it's got an M inside, and there's a big C around it. So you really kind of have to know what you're looking at when you have found something you think might be Mackenzie Childs. So that one was not, so it got to stay back here. Check this angel out. Woo! So one of the things I always like to look at when I am out thrifting and garage selling are handbags, backpacks, just any kind of bag or wallet, because there are some brands that can really sell for a lot of money. And I wasn't seeing anything super promising at first, but then as I go down, I see, oh my gosh, this looks like a Vera Bradley duffel bag, which I have done well with this size. And as I look at it, I quickly realize this is a knockoff. I mean, it is very poorly put together. The inside is just kind of tattered, really bad. So, I mean, this is another example of something that will get you banned. Vera Bradley duffels, as you can see, can sell for a really good profit if you've got one that is authentic. But that one was for sure not. The inside wasn't quilted. It didn't have the signature Vera Bradley, I mean the pattern that goes on the inside and the outside. It's just, as soon as you open it up, you'll know. So here are some, as you can see, that can sell for a really good profit. So I was kind of disappointed. I thought maybe I had something there, but I didn't. And I definitely don't want to chance it and get my account suspended or get banned from eBay, because that's how we make our money, people, right? We don't want to get kicked off platforms that are, you know, feeding our families. So I ended up finding these molded Santa, no, that's not Santa, snowman, a snowman and a snow lady candle set. I don't end up getting them, but I think they're so adorable. I can't remember now what they were. But I do see this blown glass. It's a Department 54. Department 54. He's a candle holder. This one's not going for a ton. I mean, 18 bucks, I'll take it. And I think it was like $1 or something like that on it. But this brand, Department 56, there we go, Department 56, some of their things can sell for a lot of money. They have these light up houses, you know, Christmas stuff. This one you see Wizard of Oz. But it's definitely worth looking out. They also make stuff, a lot of holiday type things. You know, if you're making like a Christmas village, they'll have things to put in your Christmas village. So depending on the item, it could be something that's $10 or it could be something that's $100. It's just another one of those brands that you have to dig a little bit and see what you've got in front of you. So the snow globes I really enjoy, depending on the subject matter, and the price tag on them can definitely go for some good money. I found a nice little, it's not exactly a snow globe, it's battery operated. It's got a little train that goes around, and it's a Hershey brand. And it was working, the train was moving and everything, but I couldn't find it for the life of me. So I'm going to have to definitely do a little more digging on that, but it came home too. Isn't that adorable? You guys, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't yet, again, go down there, leave me a comment, and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified when I put out new videos. I am on Instagram and Facebook, and if you're on Whatnot, then I'm just getting started there. Thanks for hanging out, you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.